Our next featured nonprofit is MARC Inc. Since 1952, MARC has provided opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to lead meaningful lives of independence, choice, inclusion, and continuous personal growth. My guest is Kevin Zingler, the president and CEO of MARC Inc. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Thanks for having me, Chris. I'm glad to be on the show.
We've had a lot of change in our world since the pandemic hit, and I know that's affected your organization. Why don't you talk about that for us, please?
Sure. The world changed back in March, as everyone knows. Just after celebrating St. Patrick's Day, we were forced to shut down because of requirements of having too many people in buildings, and no one knew what this virus was going to do. So we shut down on March 20th. And because of that, we had to really innovate our services because, our people needed routines. Our people needed services. Families depend on us every single day. We have over 300 people that we support every single day, and their families rely on us to provide services for individuals. So if they couldn't physically be with us, we initially, that weekend, we launched virtual services. And we started providing services virtually over platforms like Zoom, as we're doing right now. And basically, I'm proud to announce that Monday morning on the 20th of March, or 23rd of March, at 8 a.m., we launched MARC Virtual Services. We were the first in the state of Connecticut to do that. We received accolades from DDS for doing that. We received accolades from families, from individuals served, from our state representatives and senators to thank us for doing this, because they understood that our service is critical to improving and having a quality life. And if our folks couldn't be here physically, we were going to still connect with them virtually. And, I started off a staff meeting that Friday afternoon. I told Dr. Seuss all the places we will go together, because, this was a new world for us. And we launched it flawlessly, and our people have benefited from over the last 5.5 months. Since that time, we've obviously evolved just like the whole world has, and businesses have evolved to reopening. We started a phase back approach on July 15th to having people back into our building on a limited basis, on a very safe basis. We had to institute all the CDC protocols, social distancing, wearing a mask, hand sanitizer. We had to change out all of our faucets to touchless faucets in our bathroom. We've done everything that we could do to keep our people served and our staff safe. And parents have applauded our efforts and have responded. Today, we have over 50% of our people back, coming back to our day services here physically. We also reinvented some of our services. We don't have people come into our building. We use this as a hub, if you will, in a parking lot. So if they have to go to a job site, instead of them coming in normally and socializing with family and with friends before they go on their job sites, they get right into vehicles and they're going off sites. So we've done a lot of creative things to reduce the occupancy in our buildings, to keep people safe, and to keep people very happy and satisfied with our services. DDS has phased this into a 3-phase approach. July 15th, as I mentioned, was the first phase. And the next phase is October 1st and then November 1st for phase 2 and 3. So it's going to ramp up to 75% and 100%. And so far, we've been trending right along those patterns ahead of schedule, which is great. And it's a testament to our staff and to our people served. This is a whole new world for a lot of people. And there's a lot of fear that we had to overcome and educate people about the virus and how to be safe around the virus. And our staff have pulled it off flawlessly. We've had the support of some great community members. We've sown with the community. We had, as soon as this hit, we reached out to volunteers in our community in Manchester, and an army of volunteers stepped up and dropped off hand sanitizer, dropped off face masks. We had sewers that came out of every home in town, and basically we sewed over 1,200 masks for our people and our staff. So in a month, and it was to get our people back to routines. We understood that this was not something that our guys do not adjust well to, behaviorally, routines, and we want to make sure that our folks were taken care of through this pandemic. And so far, we've passed with flying colors. We've had some great community support through the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. They've given us some COVID-19 grants to help us hurdle along here. The state has been wonderful to work with the governor's office and DDS to ensure that funding is available and services are provided, and flexibility in providing those services. So we've done a great job, and it's really a testament to our great staff and really the phenomenal work that we do here in the community.
Yeah, you guys did a great job pivoting. Obviously being a staple of the community, I know how important it is for that to happen for you guys. And one of the other more important things that I'm interested in how you've had to adapt is fundraising. I know typically summer concert series is a big event for you guys, and obviously the golf tournament had to get rescheduled too. So why don't you talk a little about that before we let you go?
Sure. So our concert series, obviously, because of COVID, we postponed it. We actually transformed it and pivoted to a virtual concert one night with Pratt & Whitney. Pratt & Whitney's been phenomenal to work with, and they pledged their support for us. We did a virtual concert, which was awesome. It did everything we wanted to do, and it kept people safe. Unfortunately, because of the way the state has teeter-tottered, our neighboring states, Rhode Island got on the list and off the list with the travel advisory. We were concerned about being one of the first tournaments in Manchester, one of the larger tournaments, really stepping up and going out first initially. So with all those COVID reasons, we decided to postpone it to October 8th. Our sponsors, and I know Cox is one of our great sponsors, and thank you for all that you guys do for us. We've gotten a reception about that move. I know it's inconvenient, but at the end of the day, we want to keep people safe. We want to make sure that our folks can continue coming to our building, and God forbid there's an outbreak, we want to make sure that it doesn't spread because we had a golf tournament. So we moved it to October 8th, and we're reevaluating the situation on a week-by-week basis, and we'll keep doing what we got to do to help keep people safe and people productive during this time.
Well, I missed your clients' smiling faces out there, but I look forward to seeing them in the fall. And I know they appreciate everything that you've done for them too, and under your leadership, Kevin. So thank you for that and for all the work you do for our community. Again, Kevin Zingler, President and CEO of MARC Inc. of Manchester. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.